I just caught up on the Valley. Is Michelle for real? Is she being for real with Jesse? This is so confusing. She's either acting, she's putting it on for the show, or she's playing a prank. Because what is her jealousy with Jesse and his new girl and the affection he gives her? And she's asking him in Mexico not to be affectionate or kiss her in front of her? What? Since when does she care? Oh, she doesn't care. I think this is such a woman thing to do, but it's wild that she would tell him what to do with his girlfriend when they're not together. She's been with another person. Like, they're not together, they're divorcing. That's so out of line of Michelle because she can't tell him what to do. Like, he can't tell her what to do. But I think this all boils down to, like, Michelle and whatever phase of life she's going through. She says he never gave her affection, and she can't understand. It's so weird to watch him give his new girlfriend affection when he was never like that with her. If he was never like that with her, it was either her pushing him away, or he didn't feel like it, or he didn't know how to, or they're just not meant for each other. Or he just kind of, you get older, you grow up, and you change your ways. But also, when you're with someone different, there is a different dynamic. Every different person you're with, the dynamic changes. So that plus age is the recipe. But it's wild that Michelle's doing that because we all know she doesn't care about him. And she's like, it's not about feelings. You never did it with me, so it's hard to watch. That is so bizarre. I'm so confused. She's probably just lonely, and she's freaked out the way the other guy broke up with her when she was too good for him. So this is more of a Michelle thing, but it's wild and so inappropriate for her to ask that of him. But yes, a very woman thing to do. She's feeling lonely and whatever. We all know she couldn't stand him. She couldn't get away from him. So she should just be happy. She couldn't get away from him fast enough. Even when her mom was ill, he made a big stink and made it hard for the daughter to go see the mom. That alone I wouldn't give a shit who he's kissing or being affectionate with. But, everybody's clowning on the Valley. I personally think Lala's ruined the show. I don't like Lala's energy, and I think her coming on has really been the downfall. But also this whole Danny and drinking situation is so annoying. They need to stop. Everybody there has an alcohol problem. I think they're using the wrong words when it comes to Danny's drinking. He gets utterly annoying, and I think that's different than, oh, I'm so uncomfortable. It's not uncomfortable. He's just flat out annoying and rude when he drinks. And like the way he talks to Naya when he drinks, I just want to rip his face off. And she talks to him like he's a toddler and explains things to him and answers him. I would be like, just shut the F up. So yes, they have a case with that. They should really explain to him that it's not about him having a problem with alcohol because they all drink. It's more that his personality changes to the point that nobody wants to listen to it because it's freaking annoying. And the one that should have the biggest problem is obviously Naya, because he talks to her like an idiot. In the back of the van, he's like flipping out because he can't breathe, and he's feeling claustrophobic, and she's, oh. And Janet and Lala need to go. I can't take their energies. They just love to be annoyed and offended and think they can bark at people, but people can't bark back and the whole thing. But Janet saying that she's bi and she has a crush on Michelle is interesting. I didn't see that coming. And I know her husband knows about it, she said, but does Michelle know about it? Is Michelle going to watch his back and say, oh, damn, somebody has a crush on me? I mean, she's like lusting after her when she went into the ocean without a top. I just realized that's an old photo of the Valley. Jax is in it. Anyways, this week's episode with Zach hitting his head. Is that his name, Zach? Him hitting his head on the top of that bus, double-decker bus. That was crazy. I thought it was like going to be a huge thing, but no, he was okay. And then he goes back drinking. That's crazy behavior. Last but not least, Brittany. Date night. Brittany is still wearing uncomfortable clothing that doesn't suit her, and she has all these balls hanging out of her because of her surgery and the fluids. It's actually crazy to think that Brittany and Jax aren't together anymore, because remember, you just think back, and she was just his ride or die. Oh my god, Jax, he could do no wrong. And for them not to even speak now is kind of crazy how everything can change overnight, literally, in just a matter of weeks. It's kind of nuts. And I heard a theory today, which is interesting. The theory was that Jax, his only real love was Stassi, and since that ended, he's never really loved again, and that he's never really been able to get over that. And also that was they thought that was the reason that he didn't go to Stassi's wedding, and he made a big stink and went back and forth on his word and started talking shit about Beau, her husband, and that kind of is an interesting theory. That he never got over Stassi, he regrets all his decisions, he noticed how she turned out and how Stassi turned out. Stassi's all like put together and thriving, and Brittany's a hot mess. So that is an interesting take. That is a very interesting take.